Hey everyone, Jeremy here with a look at Second Life, a very basic tutorial on what Second Life is. I had a friend on Google Plus ask me, what exactly is Second Life? And she went on to ask varying questions that are contained within that larger question, like, do you have quests? Is it single player? If you die, do you have to pay to restart, and so on and so forth. Second Life, in essence, is just a virtual world. It's a three-dimensional virtual world, and you create an avatar and you can visit different sims created by different people, and in essence that's it. So it's another way to think of it, in my own words, would be it's sort of like a second internet. It's like a secondary internet that's three-dimensional and can be and has a total three-dimensional element. So there's whoops, we got into an area with some music. So a person can get a viewer, or it's sort of like getting a web browser. You get a viewer, and you can get the official Second Life viewer, or there's other viewers out there. I'm using one that's called the Exodus viewer, and that's how you would interact, just like you use Internet Explorer or Firefox to interact with the internet, with web pages. And the controls are very different from any game, and really a lot of residents of Second Life don't really subscribe or care or even like Second Life to be referred to as a game, because you can have your own business and make real money, and make good real money. You can just live and visit and enjoy, but artists can have their real art digitized and sold. They can hold art galleries, they can hold soirees, bands of any shape and size can hold concerts, and they're actually maybe at home or actually out in a venue in real life, but they have equipment hooked up, and so the music is actually also being pumped live into Second Life. I've been to concerts with large groups of people showing up, and they use their avatars to clap and sing, and like they're singing along and stuff. Whoops, we gotta turn this off. Okay, so Second Life is like I said, it's a place to have an avatar and just to pretty much do what you want. You're kind of set free, it's kind of like, here you go, and it's like, oh no, what do I do? Well, most people start exploring and start realizing that they start seeing that, oh, I could do this. Wow, I could build a house that looks like that. I could create an island in the shape I wanted. I'm like, if I wanted to buy and rent, I'm like, I could become a landowner and lease out land to try to make a living, try to supplement my real life income. Many things. Any kind of social group in real life you can think of. Emo, furries, people, the anime crowds, gaming crowds, musical kind of fanboy music, that follow their favorite bands around. Colleges and universities have three-dimensional versions of their college and university here. You can actually go to if someone built it, you can go to say a San Diego college and visit it, and then they could have many things interactive. They could have pamphlets that you can read while you're there. They could give out free coupons, and they could say, hey, take this coupon while you're here, and then use it in real life to get 50% off. So a whole world of marketing and advertising exists, just like it does on the internet. So a lot of people refer to Second Life as the grid, and that, they really subscribe to that, and it really is. It's like a grid. It's made up of different sims, and you can see here I have just these places I've bookmarked, so I can go to all these different places to visit them. So there's people that created role-playing sims. They've created realistic sims modeled after real-life locations. They've modeled business sims modeled after companies like BP. Nike has a sim. There's photography sims. There's actually an entire list. Photography is a huge world within Second Life, and it's one that I really like to explore. And I can actually go to a photography area that sells photography equipment. Now, this equipment is it's your kind of like your in Second Life equipment. It's kind of funny because it's a three-dimensional world. You still have ways to interact with that world in 3 dimensions. So, like, even though I have a character, there's barriers, not barriers, but there's ways created that can mimic real life to create that connection between your avatar and, say, that wall. Now look here, see, you can see here there's lighting. This costs 700 linden. It's a double fluorescent studio light. Here's the barn door studio light. It's a little bit less. Here's a soft box lighting kit. And here's a whole range of color filters over here. Now these things actually work like as if they were real in real life. You would buy, say, this piece of equipment over here, this overhead fitness thing. And this actually turns on and off. So it'll be bright. And there you go. That's just what you do in real life. So everything else follows that. You would use all the other equipment in the same way you would in real life, because there's a complete selection of environmental controls in Second Life, and you can adjust tons of stuff to that end. And photographers love this stuff because you can really start creating amazing mood and possibilities that just aren't always possible in real life. And you can defy gravity, so you can do things for photography that you can't do in real life. And that's just a little taste of the world of photography. And that doesn't even come close to covering 1/10 of it. And that's only the world of photography. There's so much to go into. So that's it in essence. I'm going to go ahead and end this here. If this caused you to have more questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. And I'll be doing more Second Life videos later. So if you have other questions, please go ahead and ask them, and I can take a look at those and try to incorporate them into future Second Life videos. And I'll be getting back to using the Second Life in my lineup of MMOs and other online games, even though this really isn't so much a game. And there's games within it that you can play. So that's going to wrap it up. Again, my name's Jeremy. You can visit me on Google+, just my name, Jeremy Stratton. I'm on Twitter at Jeremy_Stratton. I'm also on Twitch. You can find me at Twitch TV / I'm forgetting, but I'll have that in the description section below. So until next time, have a great day and a great week.